Hello, Campbells, and welcome back. I'm Joshua Davis.
And I'm Alex Pagano. This is Campbell Now. We begin tonight with good news. The Campbell Christmas Tree Lighting returns tonight. We have a crew on the scene, and we'll have a full story in our Monday show.
Though the spring 2022 registration period is almost over, students looking to add an elective should consider The Lyricist, Campbell's only student-led literary magazine. Reporter Abby DeBoer has the details.
Have you ever thought about being published? Do you write poetry or short stories? What about artwork or photography? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then The Lyricist may be for you. Even if you do not think you are artistic, The Lyricist is also calling for students interested in graphic design. I spoke with Lyricist editor Hannah Sturgill, who compares the Lyricist structure to that of other classes.
The Lyricist is definitely more hands-on learning. It's not so much, chapters of books and exams. It's more experiential.
When registering, The Lyricist is listed as English 412 and is offered every semester. Students can choose up to 3 credit hours each semester. Sturgill has another note for prospective students.
I would like for more students to get involved and know about it just because it is such a fun experience. And again, it's not your traditional class. It's something that you're going to enjoy doing.
Remember, The Lyricist is open to all majors. I'm Abby DeBoer for Campbell Now, Buies Creek.
Thanks, Abby. If you're interested in signing up, talk with your academic advisor.
Wireless companies warn the public that by 2022, all third-generation or 3G phones and devices will no longer be in service. This will impact those with lower income, the elderly, and those without access to 4G or 5G devices. Companies have a limited number of frequencies to use to connect phones, and getting rid of older phones frees up space to connect newer and more expensive ones, such as 4G or 5G. Certain medical alert devices and older security systems will cease transmission along with roadside assistance systems from older vehicles such like Toyota and Audi. Some companies are providing free upgrades, but many have encouraged to contact their service providers to make sure they won't be cut off next year.
A wildfire began Tuesday near a Colorado town known as the Gateway to Rocky Mountain National Park. This led to mandatory evacuations for residents and officials to shut down access to mountain roads. The 115-acre wildfire also forced officials to shut down parts of the nearby Roosevelt National Forest. Officials stated that by Tuesday afternoon, the fire was only 11% contained.
Defense attorneys for the 3 men on trial for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery are demanding a mistrial. Arbery was shot and killed by at least one of the defendants last summer while out for a jog in Brunswick, Georgia. The defendants claim that the victim resembled the suspect of multiple neighborhood break-ins. However, there was no police reports filed for these alleged break-ins. The defense is demanding mistrial due to the claims that the trial is becoming too emotional due to the protesters and the reactions of the victim's mother and the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Judge Timothy Walmsley states that he will not restrict anyone from coming to a public gallery.
This Saturday, an off-duty police sergeant saved the day while getting a haircut in a Baltimore barbershop. A man opened fire and fatally shot a barber, and the sergeant shot and killed the shooter. The man who opened fire is suspected to be the same person connected to 2 other shootings the same day. The 3 shootings happened within 1 hour and 4 miles from each other, and they left 1 victim dead and another in critical condition in addition to the shooter himself.
Lawmakers in Austria announced on Sunday that they will confine unvaccinated individuals over the age of 11 to their homes. This lockdown is aimed to controlling and calming the surge of COVID infections in Austria, which they're currently experiencing. Beginning on Monday, those who are unvaccinated are not permitted to leave their homes unless it's for doctor's appointments or essential shopping for groceries.
The 2 men convicted of murdering Malcolm X are expected to have their convictions thrown out this Thursday. Muhammad A. Aziz and Khalil Islam were convicted for the 1965 assassination. An investigation from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office revealed that the FBI and the New York Police Department withheld evidence that may have led to an acquittal. It is now believed that their hasty arrest was based on the same racism and prejudice that Malcolm X was fighting against. After a 22-month investigation, it was discovered that the men had experienced extreme injustice. Aziz was released in 1985, Islam was released in 1987, and died in 2009.
After a 52-year investigation, authorities tracked down the man who was responsible for an Ohio bank robbery. In 1969, the man stole approximately $1.7 million today. Earlier this month, authorities were able to match paperwork that the man filled out in the 1960s with paperwork he filled out in 2014. The robber, Theodore John Conrad, who was living under the name Thomas Randall, was living in Linfield, Massachusetts, where he died of lung cancer this May. That's all we have for today. I'm Alex Pagano.
And I'm Joshua Davis. This has been Campbell Now.